Good morning, distinguished members of staff. Please, can you please move to the front so that you take appropriate positions? Thank you. In a few seconds, the program will commence. All right. Good morning, distinguished members on the high table, the amiable members of staff, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan. We are welcome to the 9th edition of monthly workshop for a well-informed workforce. And I especially welcome you because we've been on recess and you are welcome. God bless you. Right now we are going to start by taking the national anthem, followed by the University of Ibadan anthem and the College of Medicine anthem. May I create your indulgence to please arise as we take the anthems. Thank you very much. Let's jam our hands together for our nation, our university, and our College of Medicine, University of Ibadan. Right now, I shall be respectfully bringing on board the 13th Provost of the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, a professor of the Department of Surgery, Faculty of Clinical Sciences, doubles as a consultant, general surgery, surgical oncologist at the University College Hospital Ibadan. His watchwords are righteousness, justice, equity, and progress. He loves to establish an excellent workforce where every staff are held accountable, motivated on their schedules of duties, welfare and well-being of staff and students, building capacity to improve on personal development, which shall translate into an improved College of Medicine, a part of its 7-point agenda. Dear esteemed participants, it's with a huge sense of humility that I invite, on behalf of the College of Medicine Capacity Development Committee, Professor Temidayo Olashade Ogudiran, FAS, a bridge builder, an excellent team player, for his opening remarks. Sir, I respectfully yield the mic for your delivery of opening remarks. Thank you, sir.
Please, let's be seated. Thank you very much. Deputy Registrar and Secretary to the College, the Dean, both present here and online, and other well-wishers of the college and the university who are assessing this program from far and near online. We welcome you all to this meeting this morning. So I say, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, Professor Keo Adebowale, MNI FAS, I stand here this morning to welcome you and to wish you a blessed morning. I believe that this program has been going on for a while. This program has been going on for a while, and it's tagged Capacity Development Program for the college. I want to salute the commitment of those who have been organizing it over the past 2 or 3 years, and also to salute all of us who have been attending this meeting right from the beginning. I believe, and I'm optimistic, that the program has been impacting on us positively. This morning, it is not for me to make a speech, but to welcome you to this program. I'll be making my remarks after the program is over, but it's sufficient for me again to welcome you all to this meeting this morning. The topics for today, the first one, the one advertised, is on multitasking. And I am eagerly looking forward to this topic this morning, because there are a lot of things for me to do. And I want to find out or learn how I can use 10 fingers and 2 hands and 1 head and 1 mind to do multiple things all at the same time, so that I can achieve more than I'm achieving presently. I know none of us can have more than 24 hours in a day, but I believe that at the end of this talk, our teacher and trainer and guest lecturer would have taught us how, in spite of our 24 hours in a day, we probably may be able to achieve 48 or 72 hours job in 24 hours. So I welcome you all, and I say please sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. Thank you.
I'll be inviting Mr. Sunday Hoyetunde to please come and take the information technology training session. And of course, I'm recognizing the presence of our college secretary, so the chair of the capacity development of the College of Medicine, Dr. Olusola Ibiyemi. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, sirs and mas. My name is Sunday Oyetunde. I'm representing the Information Technology Unit, College of Medicine. Today, I want to take us on shutting down our computers. Most of us, maybe whenever we are rushing home, we just switch off our sockets and we leave. The following morning, we just discover that our computer is no more working or is saying attempting to repair. It's because we did not shut down the computer properly. And at times, some of us, if it is a laptop, we usually leave it on sleep and hibernate. And this usually causes the computer updates not to fully configure. What did I mean by that? Our computer will download the necessary updates, as in the update needed, but it's not going to configure it if we did not restart or if we did not shut down. So today I just want to take us on a key combination we can easily use very quick, and the computer will shut down. Maybe we are rushing home or we are leaving the office, we don't want to leave the computer on. So, but this key combination works on Windows 10, Windows 11, and maybe previous, subsequent operating system. To do that, we all know that on our keyboard, we have a Windows key. On our keyboard, we have a Windows key. The key is a key with 4 squares on our keyboards. If you are familiar with our keyboards, the key is a key on the keyboard with 4 squares. After that key, we have ALT, which is Alt, then next to space bar. So, to actually shut down, what we need to do? What we need to do is to hold the Start key, which is the Windows key, and X key together. X, not S, X. So once we hold it, the next thing you need to do is to tap your letter U. Tap it 2 times. Your computer is shutting down already. I don't know if the technical room can show my screen. So you can see my screen. So I'm holding this is my screen. Yes, this is my screen. So if you look at this, if you look at the taskbar, there is a key, Start key. We can see it. We also have it on our keyboard. That's the key I'm talking about. And then we have the X key. So if you go to your keyboard, you hold the 2. This will pop up. What you need to do next is to tap your letter U twice. And the computer will shut down. And my computer is already shutting down and is off. So that's our IT information for today.
Thank you, sir, for that good take home. At least we will not be experiencing hard starts the next day. It's time for the main business of the day, and I would like to respectfully invite the resource person, Dr. Olusola Ibiyemi, to please stand for a brief, abridged profile of himself. Dr. Olusola Ibiyemi is the chairman of the College of Medicine, Dr. Olusola Ibiyemi is the chairman of the College of Medicine, Capacity Development. He's an associate postgraduate. One of his areas of research is manpower development. He has many articles in several journals to his credit, and has attended several local and international conferences. Sir, with all humility, I'd like to yield the mic to you to deliver your lecture. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, I need the assistance of the IT, please, because you agreed that you're going to connect the cable. Can I have the IT guy? Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mrs. Adenaike, for the beautiful introduction. Very good summary of who is standing before you. Is it coming on? They'll do it from the inside. So, before I go into let me recognize our provost, the 13th provost of the College of Medicine, Professor Temidayo Olusade Ogundiran. Professor Ogundiran is a man who believes in building capacity. And part of his agenda for us in the next 4 years is to strengthen our capacity in our areas of calling, where we work, is to ensure that we are very, very productive. When give us an S7 agenda, and staff development and welfare is one of the essential elements of that agenda. Which means in the next 4 years, let us our belts, strengthen ourselves to key into that vision and that mission, to key into the agenda, to ensure that into what we do, whether you're a cleaner, you're a security man, you work in transport, you work in admin, finance, in as much as you are a staff of this College of Medicine, it is very, very important that you join that move. Because Yorubas used to say, hey, because what is going to happen in the next 4 years, you need to also key into it. So let me recognize my CS, my brother, a driver, a mover of this program. This is weekly before, but we're changing it to monthly program of developing our capacity. So I salute you, Mr. Odedele. Thank you for your support, you've been a pillar. Thank you. Let me also recognize my dean, my brother, Professor Taiwo Lawal, Dean Clinical Sciences. And it's an example. I wish I could get your picture and just put your picture on this screen. It's an example of somebody who can multitask. I've worked with him. I've interacted with him. He's a multitasker. A multitasker is somebody who is calm, who is focused, who is very mindful of those assignments. Those are the things that you're about to hear me speak. So I recognize all the teaching, non-teaching staff here and online, and all the university staff too that are online, that have joined, because this advertisement was widely circulated, and people outside the university, I recognize you. Thank you. So let's go to the business of today. This slide here, the first slide is showing somebody, our provost, when he was speaking, he said he wants to see how he can use, probably we have 10 fingers, each finger doing an assignment. Let's see. With the brain. The brain has several sections and regions where they process information and deliver. So that is a beautiful picture of the two hands have become how many there? 6. But this time around, we don't have 6 hands, so we only have 2 hands. Apply some essential, can't divide yourself into 2. But that your single self can be doing one thing and your mind, so it's an activity of the mind addressing other things and now moving from what you're doing, changing into another thing, into another assignment, because of the importance and urgency. We take example, receptionist. If you look at the college administrative building, as you come in, the first person you see are the receptionists, and I think I saw some of them here. And the receptionist there is going to receive call, he's going to welcome you, he's going to direct people who want to deliver mails, he's going to direct visitors. And so in doing all of this, the security man, this receptionist must be properly organized, must be well focused, must not be distracted. And a lot of administrative staff are here, in provost office, CS office, in finance, so many places, accounting staff, you are here, people in library, you are here. I saw the head of transport, Mr. He's there seated. So the transport, the works people, they are all here. Security cleaners. Every one of us, even the cleaners, we must multitask for us to deliver. Because when you wake up in the morning, there are several things that are waiting for your attention. You wake up in the morning, several, even your house chores, your things you need to do at home, they are there. Things you need to do at work, they are there. So every human being must multitask so that none is left unattended to, so that no activity will suffer. And for lecturers definitely, especially lecturers in even whether clinical or non-clinical, because we have 3 main callings. You need to teach, you need to do research, you need to provide service. And so in doing that, you cannot say, today is just teaching. And where you are teaching, you are not thinking about the research you're going to do. You are not thinking about service. Or when you're seated in your office planning your day, you are not doing all of that. So look at the flood that happened in Maiduguri. And so, I just thought about it. Somebody somewhere was not multitasking. People will say, flood and multitask. Kilo kan omi yale ati doing so many things. Yes. Maybe somebody, the leader, was not looking at schedule. No, I'll go into the details. Was not looking at, what I need to do today. What I need to do today is to monitor the managers of those dams. What I need to do today is to look at their reports. What I need to do today is to ensure that all that is required to make the dams not to break down, I need to attend to them. And so as a result of that, dams fell. The dam broke and poured water into Maiduguri. Very, very embarrassing situation. Very embarrassing. Even the economic challenges that we have in Nigeria. Somewhere, somehow, somebody is not multitasking. And the reason is clear. Head of the country and people siphoning money here and there, not putting very essential processes, tools to monitor if somebody is going to take our money. So multitasking is very important for everybody in the workforce. So some people believe, I am a good multitasker. I get things done. But the purpose of this teaching is to strengthen you further, and for those who are still struggling, to give you some information that will help you. And for those who are not doing it, to encourage you to do so. So the types of taxing, human multitasking, that's what we are, human beings. But then we have also computer. You had the computer man who spoke here, Mr. Oyejide, who told us how to shut down. That's part of, because at the time you are shutting down your computer, there are also some other paperwork jobs that you need to do. So computer can multitask, and we must understand that we as human beings, we control the computer. So we are the ones even multitasking. Human multitasking. So we must use our computers very well. You type in, you check in web when messages come in. I believe some of us here, we were able to attend the digital productivity training that we had sometimes in the year. And that training was a very, very full one, and we're looking forward to having another one. Because that training is the core element, the real ingredient of that training is multitasking, how to use your time well at work. So a good multitasking, as the people in this field say, is when you have a kind of automation helping you. You are the ones. Automation means you have an equipment that is driven by computer, by technology, and that equipment is helping you. Oh, our printer, our computer, they are all automations. Our photocopiers in office, they are. So you can be photocopying something as well as doing some paperwork, as well as maybe drafting a report, or looking at a list that you need to draw, for your boss. Or if you are the boss, you're looking at some essential office work that you need to do. A bad one, they say, is when you are the one who is going to be in two places. But then I questioned it. I said, because they gave an example, that doing an email and being in a Zoom meeting. But I questioned it because there are times, fine, you can be in a Zoom meeting and quickly attend to email. The kind of email you'll be doing at that time will be emails that are very important, not long ones, simple emails to send while you are also in that Zoom meeting, because you need to contribute, you need to listen, you understand. But to those who are in this field of multitasking and training, or what they say is, oh, you can't divide yourself into two. And really you cannot, as I said earlier. But then there are times when you can attend to two actions together. That's what we're saying. So this is a long list of multitasking that we do: report writing while researching and fact checking. Everybody, we do this. Whether you are a researcher, whether you are an administrator, you need to write reports. And your report, you must go to the internet to check necessary information that you need to include. Working on a project and updating your team on your progress. When you're working on a project, you are not working alone. A project is a team playing activity. So you must carry your team members along. And so there are times you need to be doing some things, and also you need to also get them adequately informed. Taking notes, you're taking notes and listening. As I'm talking now, we are doing one form of multitasking or the other. Yes or no? Because you are listening and also you are also writing. So it's a kind of multitask. Writing, listening, dividing your mind, focusing your mind on what you're writing and focusing your mind on what you're hearing. And I believe that as we leave this training, we will apply some of the things I'm going to say. So taking notes, listening to the lecture, reading emails while writing a report. You're writing a report, there's an essential mail from your boss. The provost secretary is writing some reports, taking some notes. Meanwhile, there's a mail waiting. The provost is in a program, and he wants the secretary to respond. So you don't say, because I'm writing a report, why is this man sending this to me? You quickly, and when you're doing that, when all of these activities come, I said something that is central to multitasking. Your mind, put your mind, let your focus be on all of these things, and be happy that you want to achieve them. Completing administrative tasks while greeting people, you're greeting, processing documents for multiple assignments, overseeing multiple projects at one time. Prepare we researchers, I won't say now I have 2 projects that I'm doing and then I will not pursue another project. So I will be writing proposals. I'll be monitoring progress of my projects. I'll be writing paperwork, putting things together. So these are other examples: planning travels, supporting departmental projects, and these are a lot of other ones in our contemporary life. In the social environment, you're cooking and your baby needs to do assignments. You want to launder some clothes, and you also need to cook. You're watching television, you need to make calls. So you don't say, because you are doing this, then no, I don't want to. So the benefits, from what I've said, you could see we are trying to balance different activities. We don't want some activities to suffer. So for those who don't multitask, you will be struggling, you'll be dragging those processes. The processes that have been put in place in the college will suffer if you are not playing your own part. That's why we're here today. Play your part, multitask. Don't say that, it's Ishedini, it is the dean's work. It is the provost's work. No. Key yourself into where we are going, where the college is going. You must balance different daily activities. But we'll teach you how to do that. Because in doing this, you will be increasing your work efficiency. And in doing this, you'll be creating an environment of efficient work. Some of us have had opportunities of going abroad, schooling abroad, or some people did some part-time work abroad. And we see the way they multitask there. Their work environment is an efficient work environment. It's an environment when you get there, you will stay at the corridor, you see everybody inside, everybody working. Only when they want to go ease themselves, or you just see them quiet. The place will be so quiet. You'll be thinking there's nobody. But because if you want to multitask, I said a lot of activities. Then you see time is very important. You need to really, really be focused. So it helps to save time. Yes, you do so many things together. It helps to save money. Money means now we are in a situation where the government is finding it difficult to employ people. But if we have somebody who is a multitasker, maybe we have, let's take for example, somebody in finance who can write reports in the CS office, who can also function in the administrative building. You imagine the kind of money we'll be helping to save. And the economy is hard now. We all need to, especially the institutions that are poorly funded. We need to. It increases productivity. That's very clear. If Mrs. Adenike does some multitasking assignment, I do some, we're working together in the lab. We're working together. You're able to handle some lab preparations, do that, procure samples and all of that. I'm able to put results together and all that. You see, by the time, if I should have put a picture of collaboration, teamwork, everybody putting hands together. By the time we all do that, we'll be promoting, what we do. So it allows for steady work in progress. It prevents procrastination. I like this. Procrastination, you are procrastinating. You have 10 things to do. Instead of you to apply skills of multitasking to accomplish them, oh, I will do this tomorrow. Before you know what's happening, by the time the deadline comes, you won't be able to meet it. So procrastination is saying I will do something and not doing it. And we do apologies to everyone here. We black people, we procrastinate a lot. Maybe that's why we're having economic problems. But for us in the College of Medicine, we want to take our college to greater heights and not procrastinate. What will help address those things that we want to leave behind, is for us to develop that skill in multitasking. It increases our brain. Yes, I wish the neurologist, Professor Olabi is here, we will have asked him, the neurologist. They tell you that when your brain is very active, the cells becomes so alive. So our brain power, you will be able to adapt easily. Because if you are a multitasker and you are working with somebody who is also who works hard, who accomplishes a lot of assignments, you fit in easily. It helps in creativity. You will also be very creative. Because when you learn from this task, you apply what you learn into this one, you apply what you learn from this one into that one, it helps. People who, in fact, I used to tell people, even before I was given this topic, I used to tell people that when people who multitask, if you see them, if you look at them in the environment, they accomplish more than those of us who just do, iṣẹ́ ìjọba ni, they tend to achieve more, sincerely, with due respect. People who are worker, who multitask, they tend to. So it increases learning, enhances our job performance, and it is very rewarding. It is very rewarding. Although we are in public institution, if we are in private institution, those who, and I believe the new college management will be looking at how we will be rewarding those who are multitasking, who are meeting their deliverables. Who said that? The assignment that we also in capacity development will be looking at how we can help the college to develop tools that will be able to identify people who multitask and achieve great heights. So for those who are opposing multitasking, they say, monotasking is good. That you can see the picture of the brain, that when the brain is doing this, you start to put a lot of pressure on the brain, and switching from one task to the other can cause task switching cost. Your time and mental effort required to shift attention from one task to another, it results in loss of efficiency and accuracy. Constant switching can lead to decreased productivity, errors, insufficient attention to cognitive tasks, and it can be stressful. It can decrease focus, result in difficult in retaining and has effect on us. And you can't practice active listening, and there can be misunderstanding. When you are doing so many things, you get confused and all of that. And stress can raise our blood pressure or whatever. And studies have found that those who multitask are more likely to make impulsive decisions and overlook important details. Yes, I want to partly agree with them, but these are the people who don't apply those skills that we are about to learn, those strategies that we need to put in place to make it easy for us not to be under pressure, for us not to be in a work environment that is stressful, for it not to affect our overall health. So I go to those strategies. We must develop organizational skills. We must be well organized. We must be iya eleto. And I believe we have a lot of them in this room. We must have very good organizational skills. And I'll tell you those things, the components of organization, what we need to do as a good organizer. We must, even our homes. If you don't organize your homes, right from the gate of the house, you will know that this person is not a good organizer. Right from your gate, and I enter the compound. Oh, you see the compound, you go. But because when it comes to organizational skills, neatness, tidiness, cleanliness, everywhere must be well organized, because that will make you remember all of this. Then time management, and luckily for us now, we have a time management application. So we can check on our phone. We don't have time to go into it, but I have a list of them. How to manage your time, how to have a good schedule, daily schedule, And in multitasking, you must know how to prioritize. When you come in, today is Friday. What I intend to do today, I have a list of it. Then I need to do a table of, I need to prioritize them. This one, and prioritization is based on, the need, the importance, the urgency, meeting deadlines. So this one, we need to deliver today. It comes up. This one, you don't say, because that's what is happening in most places. People come to work, just attend to what they need to attend only today, and leave what they need to do tomorrow, for another day. And that cannot work. So, tasks that are urgent, important, the ones that are not urgent but important, then the urgent are not important. You arrange them. You review your tasks, and you plan. You review them. You look at it. Atishele, reviewing means the ones you do, you mark. When you are marking, even if you have a list of 8 assignments that you need to do today, and between 8 and 10, you are able to do 2 or 3, you'll be happy when you mark. It will motivate you the more. Then you must minimize distractions. Keep office door closed. Keep office doors closed. Keep them closed. Offices that are loud, if you have assignments to do, you look for a quiet, small room. I have done so. I needed to deliver a project proposal for a grant, an MRC grant. In fact, I think some people saw me. I was going in that room on the second floor by the corner. I spent about 5-7 days coming there with my team, because I don't want people to distract me at the dental center. So I looked for that. Then you can use headphones. If you know noise, you just put a headphone. For those of us who can afford, who can buy, we put it. The headphone will help us away so that we can concentrate. Then turning off phone. I hope we know this one. Very essential. I'm pricking the minds. Some people are like, this man has what he call me legbo. What he call me, I don't put off my phone. We all know, we hear. Abroad, you don't. Abroad, people working in an office, there is a particular time when you need to when you will evaluate yourself. If me and Mrs. Oyelakin, we are working together in an office, a particular day will come, they just bring a form to Mrs. Oyelakin to assess me. They'll bring a form to me to assess Mrs. Oyelakin. So I will be telling them the truth, that she uses her phone. She talks too much in this office. I will tell them that she does so. So turn off her phone or put it out of sight. Especially when you want to do a serious assignment. When you don't want to be distracted. We need to be focused on it. We need to put our mind totally on it. So you feel out of sight, or you put the phone in silence. Okay, let me know people. That I do. People who call me, so that when I finish with this important task I need to deliver, then I'll call them back. Then, I got to learn this recently when we're developing that proposal. a junior guy in my team was the one who said, put your phone in do not disturb. There is a setting there. There is a setting. Because we were in an online meeting with our collaborators in England. And that person kept cutting me offline. I was using my phone as my internet. He started copying him, so the guy just said, there's something in the phone where I will say do not disturb. It will shut off all calls and all whatever. So some of us, we need to listen to music while walking. We just put some soft music. It helps. It's a way of unwinding, rewinding. Abi, you unwind when you are tired with the music. You need to take short breaks. Short breaks. I didn't say long, but a lot of us will take long breaks. We need to take short breaks. Short breaks means 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Go to toilet, ease yourself, and all that. And as I said about keeping office door closed, very important. When I was in England, I remember one white guy saying that there's this guy from Iraq. He used to go, you see him jumping from one research office to the other, going to meet his brothers. The Iraqis they send a lot of people for study. And one white guy told me, Shola, talk to him. Because the guy was in my own office, but he used to go to other research offices in other units and all of that. He said, talk to him. He noses around. That is nosing. Nosing. Oyibo will tell you, you are nosing around. And a lot of us, we nose. Stop nosing. Stop nosing. I mean, I'm doing some work now. You will hear, no. Keep that. Don't nose around. Let's move on. So, make a to-do list. Take 10 minutes. Do a list of what you want to achieve. Today, Monday, you do. Week, you do. This week, we do. And this is a challenge to the senior administrators. The senior administrators, you must lead this. And when I was preparing this, as the chairman of the committee, an idea came to my mind that we need to have a real capacity development for senior administrators, because you are the drivers of change. You are the ones, because if I'm the one in charge of an office and I have my to-do list will involve some of the things that my junior people will do. So why wouldn't they do it? So if our offices are not achieving maximum productivity, please, the senior admin officers, we are the ones to be blamed. Maybe some of us, we feel so comfortable. When I was sitting there, maybe sometimes people in the College of Medicine, this is a beautiful hall. Unlike when you go to some universities, that you see their halls very dirty and all of that. Maybe all of these things we feel, at a debe. You are College of Medicine, you are Olonjeki, Olongbe, you are Laruge, Ati we have done well. But I tell you, we can do more. That's why we are here. We can do more. We can do more. So, break large tasks down into smaller ones. Keep your to-do list visible. Yeah, I like this abroad. When you go to the table of an administrator, you will see to-do list pasted. When my wife did a program in Liverpool, she told me it's a surgical program, training. She told me the person driving that department of surgery is one woman. I remember she brought her this at Kampala when she was going on another visit. He said that woman is so strong. If you take that woman away in that surgical department in Liverpool, she's so strong. And one thing, when I was preparing this, you saw it, the thing on the table of that woman is to-do list, visible. Because if you keep them visible, that's when you'll be able to multitask. Atishele, this one is gone. You remove the stick-on notes. You put another one. So you must also group tasks, combine tasks that require similar action, so that you can achieve more. So that you not be cross-cutting, doing several. You know you've done this. You put them together and do. You must recognize your limits. Good. This is for those who are workaholics. Please recognize your limits. Your health is very important to us. I'm saying all of this. Don't say, man, recognize your limits. And when you recognize your limits, then you delegate assignments. Abi, you delegate. But when you are delegating, you must look at the capacity of the people that you are delegating to. You must look at the ability to deliver. This one can deliver this on Lamafon. That one cannot. No, Amafon. Then the very important ones, you are the ones. Don't be a boss or someone who takes simple one. He will just pick the simple one. That difficult one, you give others. No, please, the very important one, if you are the person delegating, you attend to it, which is key. You must take breaks. I've said that. Practice mindfulness. Your mind. I know when you go home, try and unwind, say unwind or unwind. Try and take your mind away from work so that you can concentrate. You can face your husband and children or your wife and children. But then in the midst of that, just try. There will be some 5 minutes when that you can think about where you stopped and what to do tomorrow. So and I used to like this practice. I used to do it. I put a note and paper by the side of my bed. Maybe because I'm a researcher, ideas can come 2 a.m. Abianti, when I'm going to urinate, I just remember something. I quick go and write. Then you must monitor your progress. You must set priorities, expectations, set your goals and deadline. Then time blocking techniques is also very good. Time blocking. Time blocking means, between 10 and 1. You come, I don't. If you want me to attend a meeting that is not of priority, I tell you I'm busy. Or you want to give me an assignment. Oga, be 10 and it's important. We must do it. So, quiet time for deep work. I've said that. Then please let us exercise. Exercise helps the brain. It helps us to unwind. In England, you see people go out of their office and walk into a park. They just go, walk a park, maybe 5 minutes. I used to see them with a cup of tea. They just take their tea, just go into the park, watch the birds, watch the dogs. They look at them, but very mindful of time. Very mindful. It's not that you go there and stay there and forget the work. They still come back. They are using time management skills. So organizational skills, as I said, clean working place. Your files must be well labeled. Stay calm, focus. You must communicate well. Communication is very important. I thank our communicator here who has handled this. You must communicate effectively because in multitasking, there is a need to interact with people. There's a need to communicate with them. So you need to communicate well. Set your goals, decision making, delegation. We'll talk about that. Then you must be somebody who attends to detail. Don't mind those people who call you Asheju Yiti Etikboju. Don't mind the people who say so. Don't mind. Attend to detail. Attend to detail. You must be a strategic thinking and planner. You must think strategically. And in doing this, you must have a calendar. You must have a timer. I like people who use the timer on their phone to set alarm. Timer is setting alarm. You set alarm for task. You set it. If there is a deadline next week now on the 18th, which is Wednesday, maybe you set a deadline for 16th. That by 16th, already. So you must schedule your meetings very well, especially in advance. You must be motivated. This one is key. Self-motivation is very, very key. Self-motivation. If you are not motivated, all that I've been saying in the last 30 minutes is just zero. Coming to work, you must be happy. You must be happy to deliver. And I said when I started, when you are leaving, we were discussing with the college secretary and provost, we should have a system where we will write what we did today. That's why I said the senior admin officers, you have that task before you. Oh yeah, you are Kilo Sheloni. What did you do yesterday? You write it. So when you know that they are going to ask you to write what you did, then you write. Prioritization we said so, make a list. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Multitasker, they ask for help. Because I cannot give an excuse, I cannot tell my line manager or my supervisor that I can't do it. So don't be afraid of asking for help. A multitasker, they are people who ask for help, assistance, support somewhere. Remember that done is better than perfect. Some people, because of, I cannot do it perfectly. So as a result of that, they shy away from the assignments. I can't do it perfectly. No, you can do it. Others can do it, so you can. So try your hands on it. When you have challenges, look for people who can help. Then you reward yourself for staying organized. If you know you're a good multitasker, once in a while, be glad with yourself. Don't never mind that you think people don't see you. If people don't see you, at least you are seeing yourself. Abi, if people don't see you, you are seeing yourself. You will be excited and you'll be healthy doing so. Time management, we said so. plan well, delegate, go setting. The reason why I said put all of this together is, put this on the slide, is that all of these, they work together. If you're a good organizer, you'll be a good time manager. And you set priorities and all of that. So I don't need to go through. You reduce your stress, procrastination. These are the apps that I mentioned. So this slide is going to be in the college, YouTube, and online. So we can look at apps called Track Time Spent, Track Communication, apps called Time 3, Roadist, Remember the Milk, all of those things. So you must ensure that you deliver. So these are things under prioritization. I've set them, tasks, avoid distractions, set boundaries, use calendar, and all of that. In conclusion, multitasking is very valuable from what we have said. And so, we must apply ourselves, and we must ensure that we keep distractions away. Being mindful of your own multitasking habits, knowing when to focus on a single task, you can maximize the benefit of multitasking while minimizing its drawbacks. The meaning is that I've said it before, in multitasking, you will be taking one task after the other. You will be focusing your mind on all the things you need to do. However, you'll be doing them one after the other. And when you do a particular task to a certain time, you need to unwind. When I was doing my PhD, one of the techniques that my supervisor used to use for me, because she does not want to hear, she was a woman, a British woman, very tough. She would not want to hear I was unable to do it. So she would tell me, Shola, after 20, 30 minutes, you move from this. She was one helping me. You move from this task, you go back to this, you do this. When you do this for 20, 30 minutes and you know you are tired, you go to this. So by the time she's doing all of this, I discovered that on a daily basis, I'll be doing about 6 things. Moving from one, when I'm tired, because at the time when you are working on a particular assignment, you get bored. Abi, it becomes monotonous, but you want to unwind from it. Apart from taking stroll, taking a break and all that, but you can use another task. Very important. You have your to-do list. You go to another important one so that you use it to unwind. When you do it again, after like 20, 30 minutes, you go to another one and all of that. So please, let's put this presentation into our mind so that we can deliver maximally. Why I had to stop is that so that we can have time to interact, because this kind of lecture, participatory method will have been very nice, where you also make contributions. So your contributions will be well, but let me hand over to the MC. So thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. The passion with which you deliver the lecture is so inspiring. The expertise, and then it's resonated so deeply in us. A contact with Dr. Ibiyemi can actually change someone's life positively. Yes, can we jam our hands together again? So please, let's prepare our questions. Let's prepare our questions. I have a question here. And I recognize the online participants. Professor Adejumo is online, Dr. Asinobi, Mrs. Onikpede, many members of staff are online. Sir, I have a question. Can I read out, please? Thank you, sir, for your brilliant delivery on multitasking. Question 1. Too much multitasking can lead to mental stress and possibly damage the brain. How do we balance multitasking and mental health? Question 2. What are your pieces of advice to the management for identifying members of staff who multitask in terms of motivation? Thank you, sir. Please send in your questions. Send in your questions. We'd like to take questions online, Zoom, YouTube. Please, can we have a display, please? You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for that beautiful question. Too much multitasking and brain health. I've told you those who are opponents of multitasking, doing so many tasks all at the same time, they say that it affects your brain. And as I said, the essence of this presentation is to tell us how to effectively multitask and not to develop, stressors that can affect your health. That's this real meat, this real focus of the lecture. So, if you are a multitasker, you must be able to know your limits. You must be able, your brain will tell you. And I gave us a lot of nuggets. You take a break, you drink coffee, you drink tea, you unwind, you move around. And I said it's good to do exercises. Exercises is good for the body generally, not even for multitasking. But if you are somebody who engages in exercises, maybe at home or during the evening, after work, it will help your brain health. So, it is only when when you overdo it, when you go beyond your boundary, that's when it will now be affecting you psychologically, mentally. But if you know your limits and you're able to be well organized, I said organization is key. We know that. If you are not a confused person, you are a well organized person. All the things you need in your office are well arranged. Your files are well labeled. Your resources, the things you need, they are well, you know where your biro that you use in the office is. You know where your notepads, if they are well organized, then there will be less stress on you. Multitasking becomes very stressful if you are not organized, if you don't prioritize, if you don't manage your time. I used to appreciate, yes, I said I would say it here. I used to appreciate a colleague of mine at the dental center. When we stay outside and we want to gist, we start gisting. The guy will have timed himself. I don't want to mention his name here. He will have timed himself that he's going to be with us for 2 minutes. Some of us are laughing. I believe they know the person. For 2 minutes. And when it is 2 minutes, even if you call him, he will just do like, and he's gone. He just came out to spend 5 minutes with us, and he's gone. If you call him, he will not listen. Because he's a time manager. So if you don't want the stress to be on you, you must be very cautious. You must be a calm person too. Calmness in work. And you must be very focused. Very, very focused. You must have a diary. So come 2025, please get a diary. It is very important. Abroad, you cannot work. You cannot work with people if you don't keep your diary. When I was there, I was not a diary user, but when I got there, I started using. Even if you don't use it, just behave as if you are using. So that when your supervisor comes, you are not a DTM. When she's holding her own book, me too, I'm holding my own. I'm holding my own book and pen. We came for this program. There are some people who didn't come with pen and paper. It's good to come. You saw what the IT people presented. You just take the notes. When you go back to the office, you go and practice it. You must be a diary. A diary user is an organized person. Because that's when they fix an appointment. If you look, my supervisor, when we talk about it, she will just open. When we are finishing meeting, she just open her book, and be checking which day. Oh, no, I can't see you then. I have a meeting. A diary person is a multitasker. So what's the second question? The second question is on what the college can do. Yes, I believe in the S7 agenda of the College of Medicine, but I leave that to the provost later. The college has a beautiful plan to make the workplace very efficient for us. And some of these beautiful plans, as they are rolling out, will strengthen our because really, I agree with the person who sent that question. You need the environment to be functional. To be functional to a minimum. You need the environment to support you. Because if you want to say you're a multitasker and the environment is not supporting you, you'll not be able to accomplish it. So I believe the management has beautiful plans to make the work environment very supportive. Thank you.
Okay, the higher the hotter and choking it becomes. Oh, happy to be here to learn more. Thank you, sir. Well done, our director. God bless you, sir.
How do we handle the last one, Mrs. Pratt?
How do we handle those who always want to show us down when multitasking?
Who want to slow us?
Who want to?
Slow us down. Those who want to slow us down. Well, how do we handle? Well, at work, we are team players. And how to handle, I take it from the Bible as a Christian. When you see somebody that is falling, you do what? You lift the person up. You help. You help. And practically, it would be nice to talk to the person, counsel the person. If possible, go online. Please, there are a lot of tools that you can look at online that will strengthen your multitasking skill. If possible, you sit with the person, open those tools, and take the person through. You understand? Cancel the person. Do the canceling bits by bits. When you are apportioning assignments, apportion the assignments bit by bit. But one very important thing is you must be a person that is doing it and showing the person. Some of us, we have beautiful skills, but we corner all those skills to ourselves. We don't want the other person to see or to know. We want to use it to shine. But no, that's not good in a workplace. Do it, show the person, help the person do a task list. And when we come up in the morning, I've said it, that the senior administrators, this challenge is before you, to ensure that you organize yourself, to ensure you have a diary, to ensure you have your list, to ensure you break your list down for others to follow. By the time you do this repeatedly, I believe the person we must have a good reward system. A good reward system. That's one of the things that the college authorities will be looking at. How to reward those who are really delivering on their assignments. Thank you.
Please stand by, sir. Please kindly stand by, sir. There is another question here. You said one of the requirements of multitasking is to be motivated. How can a person who has been denied promotion several times be motivated and multitask?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Promotion and multitasking. Promotion and multitasking. The person that has been denied promotion should first of all decide if you want to solve a problem. You first of all look for the cause. We must look at, first of all, solve that problem. Let's leave multitask alone. Why are you not promoted? What is happening to you? Are you not moving with the speed? You look at yourself. Are you critical thinking and planning? Appraise yourself. So if you appraise yourself now, at one mobility, we now know where that you apply yourself so that you can be promoted, then so that you can be motivated. Because we must address that problem. So we want to address the problem of promotion and the ones that pertain to institution and the organization. The organization too will look at it. But for me, I haven't worked in this university for years now. At least I know every year I see call for promotion. Abi, for academic, non-academic. I know the time. If you want me to tell you the time, HOD, I will tell you. So in as much as every year, college, we do promotion, then what is preventing you from being promoted? So you do it. And one of the things that can prevent you is the reason why we're here. You are here now, you have had a lecture for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and you get to an interview or clinical, what is multitasking? Multitasking. You see, you are doing yourself. They said, come listen to multitasking. Oh, wow. Come listen to what are the 5 ingredients of a good communication? Oh, wow. So that you understand. So it's good to attend programs like this. Thank you.
There are other questions. How do you ensure you maintain focus when switching between tasks? How does multitasking affect decision-making process? Can multitasking lead to mistake? If so, in what way?
Thank you. I've told you, very important in multitasking is mind. Focusing your mind. And I've said that don't say because you cannot achieve a task perfectly, then you don't apply yourself. I've said that clearly. Don't say because, I can't deliver this thing perfectly, then I should not address several tasks. But I've said something that is germane here. I said, know your limits. Mrs. Oyelaki, sorry, I work with her, Oyelaki, maybe she has a very strong capacity to address 10 things. She's much more calmer than me. But maybe me, I'm not as calm as her. I can only handle 5. You know your limits. Maybe your own limit too could be 1. It could be 1. It could be 1. Know yourself. Know your limits. But what we're trying to say is that there is no human being on earth, especially in this Nigeria. Hey, your brain will not multitask. I don't know, maybe you are in another kingdom. So multitasking is simply doing one thing, but focusing your mind on doing the others. Now, the others, prioritize them. Organize your thoughts. You can, in the course of this, make a mistake. You are a human being. You can commit error. But when you do it frequently, your level of committing error will reduce. It will reduce. And even if you continue to, don't worry. The workplace is a teamwork place. I've told us, help ourselves. Maybe, I'm struggling to remember auntie, so that I changed Mrs. Well, maybe my 2 aunties there, maybe they are stronger. They will help me. Abi, we say teamwork, so don't be shy of applying yourself. Other people are there to support you. Thank you.
Thank you so far, sir. In a situation where one is multitasking, and in reference to organizational hierarchical system, whatever the superior says is final. How do we go about it? For example, some head of departments wants to have, communication with the head of units. And whatsoever the head of units says, whether positive or negative, is what they will adopt. And it may not be true about those individuals. How would they be helped out? Because for me, the appraisal system we use is from top-down approach. I believe that we can do bottom-up somehow, so that we will address things of the minds of other members of staff, because we are working towards progress. Thank you.
This particular question is taking us a bit out of here, but it's related. But let me assure you that the Capacity Development Committee is looking at all of these things, and we'll be coming up with lectures that will address this particular one, address delegation, address hierarchy, structure. There's always a structure in the university, in the college. We have the HOD there, you have the head of units, you have all others. A good head of department should be able to understand the work environment. you should be able, you should be sensitive to your members, the head of unit, and you yourself. And if you apply multitasking skills that we have mentioned, you will be able to filter out these problems, and you'll be able to attend to it. Because if I am the head of department and I give assignment, I have my own to-do list, daily to-do list. In my to-do list, head of units have their own. In my to-do list, members have their own. In the to-do list of the head of units, he has it. Then there are all of these conflicts. So these conflicts, one of the very good things that will address it is some of the things that I've mentioned. What are the things? Having good diaries, having to-do lists, prioritizing, having a good delegating system, having a good reporting system. You know, we didn't go into meetings. Meetings also help. Because in the meetings, you'll be very sensitive. Abi, my union man will be very sensitive in meetings. You will know undercurrents by their body system, by the way they laugh. You will be able to pick and be able to use leadership skills. Multitasking does not stand alone. It goes with other things, other leadership skills that we will address in our training program. So thank you.
Thank you once again. Thank you so much. Please, let's encourage our resource person. He has really done well. Thank you so much, sir. God is your strength. I would like to call on the college secretary, Olori Gogo Osise, College of Medicine, Mr. Hihe Odedele, for his special announcements. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to recognize participants online, and I want to thank the Provost for this opportunity, and I want to appreciate that excellent delivery by the Chairman, College Capacity Development Committee. I believe he needs a round of applause. He deserves a round of applause. Thank you very much. Well, it's just to make few announcements. I'm almost tempted to comment on that excellent lecture, but because of time. The first comment is to plead with all of us to please ensure we arrive here by 8:30. The provost himself was here by 8:30. You know, Dr. Professor Priska Adijumo, told me she's been online since 8 o'clock. So please, punctuality is very important. We have said this program will start at 8:30 and end at 10:30. And it's going to be like that. The second thing is that for those of us who arrive on time, if you arrive between 8:30 and 9, just come to the front row. You will always find a pack of drink there. Just sit there and take your drink. If you come after 9 o'clock, if you come after 9 o'clock, yes, you will register. Between 9 and 9:30, you will register and you get a certificate. But if you come after 9:30, you will come in, take your lecture, but there will be no certificate. I hope that is clear. The same will apply to our participants online. Unfortunately, you will not be able to get your drink unless you will get an e-drink. So, but if you register between 8, we will register you between 8 and 9:30. Participants who join after 9:30 will not be eligible for the certificate. Now, because we are handling this program monthly, and it's no longer going to be twice monthly, so you'll be able to get certificates if you attend 2 successive training programs. So those who attend today's program and the next one will be able to get a certificate. But if you attend the next one alone, you will not get a certificate. You only be able to get a certificate if you attend the next 2 ones. So because the certificates will be arranged like that for this and the next one. So if you attend this and you don't attend the next one, you don't get a certificate. If you attend the next one alone, you don't attend this, you don't get a certificate. You attend the next one and the next one alone, you don't get a certificate. So you need to attend 2 successive presentations as we specify. You do it in your own way, you don't get the certificate. So please, let's note that. And then the next training program we will hold on 11th October. So please, note that in your diary. The presenter said we should have diaries. So the next presentation we'll hold on Friday, 11th. All right, thank you. The next one we'll hold on Friday, 11th October. And the presenter is Dr. Grace Ajuwon. So that's our medical librarian. And the topic of that presentation is reading and literacy, fundamental skills that unlock a lifetime of learning opportunity and personal growth. Some of us believe that the library is just for students. It's not so. The library is for all of us. And reading is for all of us. So I believe when she comes here, she'll be able to expatiate on that and know how we can all leverage that opportunity. Lastly, okay, second to the last. So we'll be visiting offices for assessment and follow-up. So like the presenter mentioned, we want to be sure that what we are learning, we are using. So there will be follow-up for evaluation. So please, thank you. And lastly, the provost will be handling his, will be making his first presentation here. So he has some things to tell us. So let me help the presenter to invite the provost to the podium to make his presentation. Thank you. You can do better. Continue until he comes.
Good morning once again, everyone. Thank you very much for coming for this program, capacity development program of the college. So this session, which is going to be very brief, is we ourselves here, so we are cutting off the people who are online. Unfortunately, some of our staff members who are online will also be cut off. This is just in-house discussion. It's not meant for those who are outside our domain, the College of Medicine. So that's why we are cutting them off. So if they were here in person, they would have been part of this discussion. So it gives me a great pleasure to be addressing you this morning. This is like my first official meeting with the members of staff since I came